Hello, welcome to your practice. I'm Annie Clarke, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a 30-minute yoga practice. Now, our focus today is all about recharging the body and mind through a dynamic, strengthening yoga flow. But my invitation to you today is to take this at your pace. We won't be doing anything too crazy. You have the option at all times to scale it up or down to suit whatever it is that you need today. So come and join me. I've got a couple of blocks. I always keep these close by when I'm practicing. If you don't have blocks at home, don't worry. You can grab just anything else in your home that's sturdy and that will help bring the ground a little bit closer towards you. Really, really helpful for those of us who are feeling a bit tight and sticky, but also for people with hypermobility or a tendency to overstretch, just to help build a little bit of kind of scaffolding for your practice. So once you've gathered what you need, perhaps sit on one block or one version, your version of a block, and leave the other one at the top of your mat. And then come and join me in a comfortable seat. And this is where we're going to begin our practice today. So finding a nice tall spine. Let the chin draw in towards the throat slightly, so you have an opening through the back of the neck. Start to feel this lengthening of the spine, so rooting down at the sitting bone. Top of the head is drawing up and the back of the body is resting gently into the space behind you. And then if it feels safe in your space to close your eyes, you can close the eyes. Otherwise, just start to let the gaze drop down the tip of the nose. So we're starting to invite an inward focus of our awareness. And as we spend our time together in practice today, let's do so with intention. So bring the hands to the heart. And from this space, let's perhaps set an intention to offer ourselves compassion. So the heart is the center of compassion within us. And our true nature is entirely compassionate. We are compassionate beings, and our practice allows us to reconnect, to get a little bit closer to our true nature. So let's cultivate compassion through our practice by offering it to ourselves first and foremost as we move and breathe together today. Let's do so with that compassion, with that kindness that we might want to see in the world around us. And then begin to let the mind rest on the breath. So noticing the way that the breath moves in and out of your body. And just bringing a little bit of evenness to the inhale and exhale, so that the length of the inhalation and the strength of the inhalation is similar or the same as the length and the strength of the exhalation. And as we build this connection to our breath, we'll use it as a guide through our practice. So if at any point you feel like you are disconnected from your breath, or perhaps that something is so challenging that you end up holding your breath, or you push yourself too far and hold your breath, let that be an indication or an invitation even to scale things back a little. Let wherever you are and whatever you explore today be enough. Approaching our practice with compassion. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh. Good. And then bring yourself to a child's pose. So placing any props at the top of your mat, and then widen your knees, send your hips towards your heels, and extend the arms onto the mat in front of you. So we're using this practice as an opportunity to recharge.
to start building a little bit of a deeper connection to our body and our mind through our breath and our movement. So if we're feeling sluggish or heavy or stagnant, our movement and our breath today can help us to shift that energy, recharging our body and our mind. Let's take a nice deep breath in and a big sigh. And then slowly coming up onto all fours. We're going to begin by taking a cat-cow just for a couple of rounds. So slide your shoulders down the back of your body, lift your chest forward, lift your chin, lift your gaze. And then exhale, rounding through the upper back, look towards your belly button. And then inhale, shoulders roll down the back of the body, lift your tailbone back. And exhale, rounding through the spine, looking to your navel. One more time, inhale. And exhale, letting the movement and the breath work together. So the breath leads, the movement follows. You're going to inhale and extend that left leg back behind you, pushing through the heel. So have a little play here. If you point the toe, notice how your glutes relax. Push through the heel and feel that activation. We want that strengthening here. Extend your right arm with your next in-breath. And then see if you can reach a little bit further, arm and leg in opposite direction. Now, if you notice that you start collapsing through the core, think about activating here. Hug up through the glutes, draw navel to spine, and imagine that you're extending with each breath in. Now, as you exhale, bring that right elbow and the left knee towards each other underneath the body. Good. Inhale, extend, right arm forward, left leg back. Exhale, we're doing this 3 times. Really moving slowly so that you can feel that connection through the body. And we'll start to build a little bit of warmth through this movement, through this activation. Extending the right arm, the left leg, one more breath. And then placing the right hand down to the floor, place the left knee down, and we take a cat-cow. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, round the spine. Coming back to neutral, we'll swap to the other side. So really think about drawing the energy up the arms. Extend that right leg back. And again, you can play pointing the toe, pushing through the heel, just to connect to that activation through the right leg. And then on your next inhale, the left arm comes forward. See if you can reach a little bit further. Take another breath in. And then exhale, draw the elbow and the knee towards one another underneath the body. Inhale to extend and exhale, drawing in. Good. Inhale, last time. Exhale, hugging underneath the body. And then we'll extend the arm, extend the leg, placing the hand down first. Release the knee to the floor. And then tucking your toes, we're gently going to lift up to downward facing dog, but keep the knees bent. Relax the head, the neck, the jaw. And rather than thinking of sending the heels straight down and perhaps rounding the lower back, keep that softness in the knees and see how long you can make the spine. So letting the crown of the head drop down, lifting the tailbone high. Connecting to your breath. Good. Maybe you could pedal through the knees here a couple of times, just stretching out through the back of the body. Maybe it feels better to be still, your choice. Here for one more breath. Let that mind rest on the breath. And any time that you feel the mind wandering, know that you can just come back to the next inhale as an anchor for your awareness. Good. We're going to start walking the feet towards the hands, so keep the knees soft. Taking as many steps as you need to gently walk your feet to your hands. And as you arrive at the top of the mat, slide your hands to your shins, lift up halfway on your inhale. Exhale, fold over your toes. Rooting down through the feet, press the ground away as you rise all the way up, reach your arms alongside your ears, and then hands come to the heart and release them by the sides of the body. Come to stand tall, shoulder blades drawing down your back.
Have this sense of lifting, of activation through the thighs. Gentle toning of the abdomen. Breathe. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Sliding hands to shins, look up halfway. Plant your palms and step your left foot to the back of the mat. Drop the knee down to the ground. Hug up through the inner thighs as you reach your arms alongside your ears. Then elbows wide, lift the heart and draw the shoulder blades down the body. So feel that activation of the back body. Inhale, reach your arms up, placing them down either side of the right foot. Tuck your back toes and step back to a high plank. Then lower your knees, and as you exhale, bend your elbows to your waist and bring your chest down to the earth. Point your toes back, long lower back as you inhale, chest away from the earth, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's breathe here for a moment. So just noticing how the breath feels as we start to bring a little bit of movement to the body. Good, look forwards. Step the right foot and then the left foot to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, lengthen halfway, and exhale, fold over your toes. Rise to standing, inhale, arms up alongside your ears, and exhale, hands to heart, releasing the hands either side of the body. We'll go again, left side, inhale, arms up, exhale, fold. Gently hinging at the hips, bending your knees. Look up halfway, sliding hands to shins. Then plant your palms. This time, right foot steps back, drop the knee to the earth. Hug up from the inner thighs as you inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, drawing the shoulder blades down the back of your body, feel that activation. Good. Inhale, reaching the arms back alongside your ears. And then replace the hands either side of that left foot. Back toe tucks, push through the heel and step to your high plank. Take a breath in, option to drop the knees here. We're going to hold for another breath. And then lower your knees if you haven't already. And next exhale, bring your body down to the earth. Point your toes back. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. So downward dog is by no means a resting pose. We want to really think about lifting up through the upper arms, lengthening the spine, getting light through the joints, so feel that activation of the muscles, lifting the weight out of the earth. Take another breath in. Look forward, step that left foot between the palms. If it doesn't get there in one step, you can take lots of little ones. And then the right foot comes to join at the top of the mat. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing, sweep your arms alongside your ears. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, releasing the hands either side of your body. Let's bend the knees, send the hips back, chair pose. So our arms come alongside our ears. And if you notice that you're sticking your bottom out, can you instead think of lengthening through the lower back to take a little bit of that kind of tilt out of the hips? Good, sink a little bit lower. And then shift the weight to the right leg. Bring your left knee into your chest, so straighten that right leg. And then place it back to the floor, bend the knees. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, push through the right leg, bring your left knee to your chest. And then exhale, sink into your chair. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, exhale. Now this time, inhale, bring the left knee into your chest and then send it back behind you. We're coming into a high lunge. So we want to set that foot down around hip width apart from the right foot so that we've got a strong foundation. And then inhale, extend that right leg and exhale, bend both knees. So coming to around 90 degrees. Really think about activating this right leg here. Inhale, coming all the way up, straight legs. Exhale, as though you're trying to touch the ground with that left knee. 1 more time. So building a little bit of strength and stability in the lower body. This time, inhale and extend. Start to reach your arms forward, little micro bend in that right knee, and maybe take hold of your blocks or place the hands either side of the right foot. Good. So you're on the ball of the left foot, and we're just taking a little bit of a stretch through this right leg. Good. And then rebend that right knee. We're going to look forwards, place the hands onto the floor in front of the right foot, and lift that left leg up to the sky like a little standing split. And then bend your right knee and step your left foot to the floor. Inhale, we're back in our chair pose. Exhale, we sink a little bit lower. Then inhale, push through that left leg, right knee into your chest. And exhale, sinking back down, chair. Good. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, just getting used to bearing the weight through that left leg. Inhale, hug up through your left thigh. And exhale, hips down. This time, inhale, bring the knee into your chest. And then send it back behind you, placing the ball of the foot down to the earth. High lunge. Ooh, embracing any wobbles. Good. Inhale, legs lengthen. Exhale, bend both knees. How is the breath? Inhale. Exhale. Let the breath guide the movement. Good. This time, both legs straighten. Keep that length at the waist as you hinge forwards. And then maybe reaching for your blocks or taking the hands to the earth if you reach. Or if you can reach, rather. Good. Now keep hugging up through that left hip. Keep drawing the right hip forwards. Breathe. Just a little stretch through the back of that leg. And then looking forwards, you can take your blocks or come onto the fingertips, a little standing split, reach that right leg high. Placing the foot down to the top of the mat. Inhale, we're back in our chair pose. And exhale, we fold the body forwards. Good. Slide your hands to your shins. Place the palms to the ground, and this time just step the feet to the back of the mat. We're in our high plank pose. Option, as always, to drop the knees, or this time maybe you move from high to low plank. Inhale to cobra like we did before, or keep the thighs lifted for upward facing dog. And then draw the hips back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Now we're going to move through a little flow here, which is almost like a progression from what we did a moment ago. So you could come back and do this on the hands and knees, extending opposite arm and leg if you would prefer. Otherwise, if you want to explore this on the hands and feet, take an inhale and reach the right leg high. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose, hugging underneath the body. Good. Inhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. This time to the right upper arm. Good. Inhale, lift that leg. And this time to the left upper arm. Lovely. Inhale, reach that leg high. And then step the foot between the palms. Good. So we're dropping the back knee down. Keep the back toes tucked. Arms up alongside your ears. From here, we're going to push the ground away, draw navel to spine, and imagine you're moving through a tube. We're going to lift up to a high lunge from here. So take an inhale, push the ground away, coming all the way up and extending both legs. This time we're dropping all the way back to touch that knee to the ground. Good. And again, 2 more times. Good. Last one. This time, come all the way up. We're going to drop the back heel to the earth, turn the hips and the chest to the long edge of the mat, and then arrive in warrior 2, softening that right knee a little bit more. Have the action of drawing that right hip back, the right knee forward. So you're lengthening the right thigh. Good. Breathe. Gaze is soft over the front middle finger. Come to that even inhale and exhale. And take an inhale, extend your right leg. Heel toe the back foot in a touch and reach forward, coming into a triangle pose. You can use a block here underneath that right hand. Imagine you're leaning the upper back into the space behind you. Both legs are active. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more breath to lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, that left hand comes to the top of the mat. The right hand frames the foot and we step back to our high plank. Good option to use your knees or move from high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're coming onto the left side, so use the knees if you wish. Lengthen that left leg, inhale. Exhale, round the upper back as you draw your knee to your nose. Inhale, reach the leg high. This time we're coming to the left upper arm, or if you're on the knees, you're just bringing that right elbow to the left knee again. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, take the knee across the body and then send the leg all the way back. Drawing the knee into the nose. We're going to step the foot between the palms, dropping the back knee to the earth. Hug up through the inner thighs. Reach your arms up alongside your ears. Now see if you can draw the front ribs towards one another so we lose that kind of arch of the back and keep everything really centered and lifted. As you inhale, we rise all the way up. And as you exhale, all the way back down. Just 2 more times. Inhale, drawing up. And exhale, back down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Lead with the breath. Inhale to the top. Drop the back heel. Warrior 2. So connecting through the outside of the back foot. Dropping a little bit lower perhaps into that left hip. The arms are at shoulder height. Gaze is softly over that front hand. Breathe. One more breath. Extend that left leg. Heel toe the back foot in just a touch. And then extending forwards, we find our triangle pose. Sliding the left hand down the inside of the leg or using a block. There's also an option to help you keep the length through the left side of the waist. Good. Can you find that rotation through the upper part of the back by lengthening a little bit more through the spine? Create that space. And then looking down at the left foot, the right hand comes to the ground, the left hand comes to the ground, and we step back to our high plank. This time, either using the knees or staying on the hands and the feet, we're lowering all the way down to the ground. We're going to keep the hands either side of the waist, point the toes back, and peel the heart up. Hug the shoulders down the back of the body. Look down the tip of your nose. Push down through the big toes. The toenails connect down. Take another breath in and exhale. Lower the heart to the earth. Pushing through your hands, send your hips to your heels. Child's pose. Taking a moment here just to breathe. How does it feel to give yourself this space to recharge? By creating a little bit of warmth, a little bit of heat, a little bit of strength in the body, and by centering the mind on the breath. Take one more inhale. And a big exhale. And then slowly walk your hands up towards your knees. We're going to sweep the feet from underneath us, perhaps come a little bit further down the mat. So shuffling your bottom to the middle of the mat. And then the fingertips are going to point in the same direction as the feet. Pressing down through the hands. We're going to roll the shoulders down the back of the body. Now, rather than just pushing up through the belly, we're going to think of drawing navel to spine and lifting up from behind the body, coming into a reverse tabletop. You can keep the gaze down towards your knees, or if it feels good in your body, you could drop the head back. If you do so, let there be a little bit of space between the teeth so you're not straining the neck. Good. Keep lifting from underneath the body. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, lower your hips down, sending them between the hands. So extending the legs out in front of you. Good. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinging forwards, taking the peace sign fingers around your big toes. It doesn't matter if the knees are bent. Roll your shoulders down your back, lift your chest forward, coming to a forward fold. Now, those of you with the space to lengthen the legs, you can do so. But don't worry if you need to have the knees bent. Remember, practice with compassion. Just allow yourself to be exactly where you are and know that that's enough. If your shoulders are creeping up by your ears, can you lengthen out of the waist a little bit more? Keep the spine long. Good. One more breath. And then placing the hands down onto the floor, shuffling your hips to the middle of the mat, and then come to lie down on the back of the body. We're going to take a figure four stretch. So the outside of the right foot comes onto the left thigh, and you can reach to take hold of the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. If that's too much, you can always have that foot on the floor. That, for some of us, that gives enough of a stretch here. So find something that works in your body today. Maybe flexing the feet, noticing how that changes the sensation. Just enjoying a few moments to absorb the efforts of your practice, bring a little bit more space into the body, and find that single point of focus for the mind. Giving yourself the space to really recharge. One more breath on this side. And then place that left foot back down. And we'll swap to the other side. So right foot comes onto the ground, the outside of the left foot onto the right thigh. Hugging right leg towards you, sending that left knee away from the left shoulder. And maybe flexing the feet. Just to explore the sensation here. It doesn't have to be really intense. Just allow it to be a place where you can stay for a few breaths. Being compassionate towards your body. Letting your experience be your experience. Without judgment or expectation, taking up space and making the mind feel busier than it needs to be in this moment. And then release that right leg down onto the floor. Let's hug both knees into the chest. Have a little rock from side to side. And then arranging your body onto the mat for relaxation. So let there be space between the feet. The heels rest wide. The arms are away from the sides of the body and the palms face up. And you can have a little bit of a wriggle to adjust the shoulder blades underneath the body. And then take a breath in through the nose. And a sigh out through the mouth. And again, inhaling and exhaling. And we'll do that one more time. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, let everything go. All of the muscular effort softens, and you just allow yourself to come to stillness here. And when you feel ready, you can start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Noticing how the breath animates your body and letting it lead as you slowly start to bring movement back to the fingers and to the toes. Reaching your arms up alongside your ears, taking a full body stretch. And bringing the knees into your chest, hugging them in tightly. Have a little rock from side to side. And then falling gently onto one side, pausing there just for a moment. And then gently pressing yourself up to seated, letting the head come up last. And finding your way back to that seat that we began our practice in, with a tall spine. And the hands touching at the center of the chest. In our practice together, we have created space in the body and the mind. We've offered warmth and heat and strength, but from a place of compassion, allowing ourselves to meet ourselves where we are in order to recharge, so that we can step forwards beyond the mat and into the rest of the day, feeling a little bit more connected, a little bit more rooted, and a little bit stronger in body and mind to meet whatever it is that lies ahead, with compassion and resilience. Let's take a deep breath and gather all of that in. And exhale, leaving behind everything and anything that we're ready to leave behind. Thank you for sharing your time and your practice with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day.